Have you noticed how the mind can leave the room while your body stays behind? One moment you are here, and the next moment you are back in an old conversation, replaying what you wish you had said, or you are racing ahead to tomorrow, trying to solve problems that haven't even arrived yet. And all the while your shoulders tighten, your breath grows smaller, and your heart quietly whispers, "Please, I just want a little peace." Dear one, if this is you, I want you to know something right away. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You are not failing at life. You are simply a sensitive, aware human being who has been trying to stay safe by thinking, planning, remembering, and preparing. And still, you are tired. So let me offer you something gentle, something real, something you can use right now. Not a promise of perfection, not a magic trick, just a loving truth that I have learned again and again in my own life. The power is here now. Take a breath with me, just one slow breath. Feel it enter, feel it leave, and notice, just for this moment, your life is happening now, not in yesterday, not in tomorrow, right here, right now. This is a spiritual teaching, sweetheart, but it is also a practical one. It is about shifting your perspective and your habits of thought. And if you are dealing with deep anxiety, grief, or trauma, please know that professional support can be a beautiful part of your healing. What I'm sharing is a gentle tool, a companion for your journey. Now let's begin. Some people believe their power is in their past. They say, if only my childhood had been different, if only I hadn't made that mistake, if only I had known better. And then they carry those memories like heavy suitcases, dragging them into every new day. Others believe their power is in the future. They say, when I finally reach that goal, when I fix this problem, when I have enough money, when I find the right person, then I will feel safe. Then I will be happy. And I understand. I have had those thoughts too. I have discovered that the mind tries to protect us by controlling time. It wants to go back and fix. It wants to go forward and prevent. It wants to do anything except sit in the tender truth of now. But here is what I know. The past may explain you, sweetheart, but it cannot empower you. Your power is not stored inside a memory. Your power is not waiting in a future calendar date. The only place you can choose a new thought is now. The only place you can speak a kinder word to yourself is now. The only place you can take a healing breath is now. The power is here now. I want you to imagine your life like a garden. Not a perfect garden, a real one, with seasons, with storms, with days of bright sun and days of heavy cloud. Yesterday is the soil that has already been used. You can learn from it, you can respect it, but you cannot plant new seeds in yesterday and expect them to grow. Tomorrow is the part of the garden you haven't reached yet. You can prepare the tools, you can gather what you need, but you cannot water tomorrow's flowers today. Where do you plant? Where do you water? Where do you pull the weeds of fear and self-criticism? Right here, today, this moment. So many people tell themselves they must make a huge change to feel better. They think, I need to transform my whole life, and they feel overwhelmed. They freeze, they do nothing. Then they judge themselves for doing nothing. Sweetheart, you do not have to do that. The present moment is not a big mountain to climb. It's a small doorway you can step through. It is one breath, one choice, one softer thought. And I invite you to start small, because small is how the nervous system learns safety. Small is how the heart begins to trust again. Small is how we build a life. Right now, as you listen to my voice, you can practice the doorway. Feel your feet. Notice your jaw. Let your shoulders drop, even a little. Say quietly inside yourself, I am here. That's it. That is power. That is presence. Now, there's another layer to this that I find so beautiful. Many of us have been taught that being present means being serious, like sitting perfectly still, never thinking, never feeling, never wanting anything. But presence is not a punishment. Presence is a kindness. Presence is the warm cup of tea you actually taste. Presence is the sunlight on your skin that you allow yourself to feel. Presence is hearing someone you love without rehearsing your response while they speak. Presence is also feeling sadness without making it wrong, feeling anger without turning it into shame, feeling fear without letting it drive the car. When your thoughts rush forward or backward, it doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human. So the question is not, how do I never leave the present? The question is, how do I come back lovingly when I notice I've left? And that, dear one, is a skill, a practice, a gentle training. I like to think of the present moment as a lantern in morning fog. When the fog is thick, you cannot see a mile ahead. You cannot see everything you wish you could see. You may only see a few steps, but those steps are enough. You lift the lantern, your awareness, and you say, what is true right now? Not what might happen. Not what did I do wrong? What is true right now? Right now, you are breathing. Right now, you are here. Right now, you are learning. Right now, you are safe enough to take one more breath. The power is here now. If you feel anxious, I want you to try something very simple. Anxiety often lives in the future. It says, what if, what if, what if? And the body listens as if it is happening now. The body doesn't know the difference between a frightening thought and a frightening event. It responds with tension, adrenaline, tightness. So we meet the body with kindness. Place a hand on your heart or your belly, a gentle hand, a steady hand, and say, in this moment, I am here. Then say, in this moment, I am breathing. Then say, in this moment, I can choose one kind thought. And if you can't believe a very positive thought right away, that's okay. Start with a neutral truth. Start with something your system can accept. I am sitting. I am listening. My feet are on the floor. My body is here. This is not pretending. This is returning. Now I want to speak to the part of you that clings to the past. The part that says, but you don't understand what happened to me. And you may be right. I may not know your exact story. Yet I do know something about pain. I do know something about how the mind replays what hurt us, as if repetition could protect us, as if remembering could prevent it from ever happening again. Sweetheart, remembering is not the same as healing. Healing is when you no longer have to visit that place in your mind every day. Healing is when your present becomes more powerful than your past. And one of the gentlest ways to step toward that is forgiveness. Not the kind that excuses harm, not the kind that says what happened was okay, but the kind that releases your body from carrying the poison of it. Forgiveness is a gift you give your nervous system, one soft breath at a time. Sometimes people think forgiveness is something you do once, like signing a paper and saying, all done. But often, forgiveness is a practice, a returning, a daily choice to free yourself. I used to believe I had to be ready to forgive. I thought readiness would arrive like a thunderbolt. And what I discovered was this. I became ready by practicing. I became ready by choosing a little more peace today than I had yesterday. You might begin with a simple sentence like this. I am willing to release the past. Notice that word, willing. It is gentle. It is honest. It does not force you. You might say, I am willing to stop punishing myself, or I am willing to see this with new eyes. Then you breathe, and you let it be enough for today, because the power is here now. Now let's talk about the future, because many beautiful souls carry a secret belief that worrying is love. They think, if I worry, I am responsible. If I worry, I am prepared. If I worry, I will prevent disappointment. Sweetheart, worrying is not love. Worrying is fear dressed up as responsibility. The future does not need your fear to arrive safely. What it needs is your presence, your clarity, your ability to respond when the moment comes. I want you to imagine the future as a river you have not reached yet. You can stand on the bank and throw stones of worry into it all day long, but the river will still flow. It will still move around the bend. Life will still arrive. But when you stand in the present like a steady tree, you can meet what comes with roots beneath you. So instead of asking, what if everything goes wrong? Try asking, what if I can handle what comes? Instead of, what if I'm not enough? Try, what if I can be kind to myself no matter what? Instead of, what if I lose everything? Try, what if life supports me in ways I cannot yet see? Do you feel the difference? We are not pretending we know the future. We are choosing a relationship with the future that is based on trust, not terror. And trust is built in the present moment, one brick at a time. Here's a practical way to work with this, and I invite you to practice it gently. When a future fear appears, pause and say, "Thank you, mind. I know you are trying to protect me." Then ask, what is the next small step I can take today? Not the next 10 steps, not the whole plan, just one step. Send one email. Drink one glass of water, take one walk around the room, ask for one piece of support, then you come back to now. The power is here now. Now, I want to share something else I've learned, and it is very simple, but it can change the way you live. Your body is a loving friend that always knows what time it is. The mind can time travel, the mind can replay, the mind can imagine, but the body is always in the present. Your breath is always now, your heartbeat is always now, the sensation of your hands is always now. So if you want a doorway into the present moment, use the body, use the senses, use the simple. When you wash your hands, feel the water. Notice its temperature. Let it be a small ritual of returning. When you drink tea or water, taste it. Let it touch your lips slowly. When you walk, feel your feet meeting the earth. Even if you are walking across your home, the earth is still beneath you, supporting you through the floor. And when life feels too loud, too fast, too overwhelming, you can use a very gentle practice I love. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. This is not just a technique, it is a kindness. It tells your nervous system, we are here, we are safe enough, we can return. Now, many people say to me, but Louise, when I come into the present, I feel my feelings, and that scares me. Oh, sweetheart, I understand. Sometimes we leave the present because we are afraid of what we will find there. We are afraid of sadness, loneliness, grief, or emptiness. But I want you to consider this. The feelings are not your enemy. The resistance is what hurts. A feeling is like weather. It moves, it shifts, it passes through. When you stop fighting it, it often softens. So you can practice being present with emotion in a very gentle way. You might say, right now I feel sadness, not I am sadness. Just I feel sadness. Then you breathe and say, and I can be with myself. You might say, right now I feel fear, And then, and I can be kind to myself. This is self-love in action. Not a poster, not a slogan, a living practice. And if you need more support, please reach for it. There is no shame in therapy. There is no shame in medication prescribed by a professional. There is no shame in asking for help. Healing does not have to be lonely. What I'm offering is a gentle companion, returning to the present moment as often as you can and loving yourself when you forget. Because you will forget sometimes, and that's okay. The power is here now. Now let's bring this into real life, into conversations, traffic, deadlines, and tender triggers. Because presence is not just something you do on a cushion with candles. Presence is something you do when your phone buzzes, when someone cuts you off in traffic, when you get a message that makes your stomach drop, when your child cries, when your boss demands, when you feel rejected. So here is a practice I want you to remember, and it is so simple you may overlook it. Pause, soften, choose, pause. Even 1 second. Soften. Release your jaw, drop your shoulders, unclench your hands. Choose. Choose your next thought, your next word, your next action. You do not have to choose perfectly. You only have to choose with a little more love than before. Let's say you are in a difficult conversation. Your mind wants to defend, to prove, to win, to protect. Pause. Soften. Choose. You might choose to breathe before you speak. You might choose to say, "Let me think about that." You might choose to listen with your heart, or you might choose to set a boundary gently. I'm not available for this conversation right now. Presence gives you choice, and choice is power. Now I want to share a small image with you. Imagine your life is a home, and inside that home are many rooms. Some rooms are filled with the past, old photographs, old letters, old pain. Some rooms are filled with the future, blueprints, plans, worry lists, imagined disasters. And then there is one room that is alive, warm, breathing. It is the room of now. When you are present, you are in the living room of your life. You are where life is actually happening. You can feel the warmth. You can see the light. You can open the windows. You can breathe. So when you catch yourself wandering into the rooms of fear or regret, you do not scold yourself. You simply say, "Oh, I wandered." And then you walk yourself back. You might say, "Come on, sweetheart, let's go back to the living room." The power is here, now. I want to speak directly to the part of you that says, "But I have so much to do. I don't have time to be present." Dear one, presence does not take time. Presence gives time. When you are present, you do what you are doing. You are not doing 10 things in your mind while your hands do one thing. You bring your whole self to one moment, and it becomes clearer, cleaner, lighter. If you wash dishes while thinking about a problem, you are doing dishes and suffering. If you wash dishes while feeling warm water and breathing, you are doing dishes and living. Life is not somewhere else. It is here, even in dishes, even in laundry, even in small errands, even in the quiet moments. And when you begin to honor the present, you begin to trust yourself again. Because you are no longer abandoning yourself for an imagined future or a painful past. You are staying with you. You are saying, "I am worth being with." That is self-love. Now let's weave in some affirmations, not as a list, but as a living song you can return to. You can say, "I choose to be here. I allow this moment to be enough. I am safe in the now. I release the need to fight time. I meet myself with love." And if any of those feel too big, soften them. I am learning to be here. I am practicing. I am willing. There is so much power in willingness. The power is here now. Have you ever noticed that peace is not something you chase, but something you uncover, like the sun behind clouds? The sun is still there, even when you cannot see it. Your peace is still there, even when your mind is loud. And each time you return to this moment, it is like parting the clouds a little. It is like letting one ray of light touch your face. Over time, with practice, you may notice something beautiful. Your mind begins to trust the present. Your body begins to relax more easily. Your reactions soften. Your choices become clearer. Not because life becomes perfect. Life will still have challenges, but you will be here to meet it, and that is the deepest power of all. Now, I want to offer you a simple present moment ritual you can do in the morning or at night, or any time you feel scattered. It takes less than 1 minute. Place a hand on your heart. Take one breath. Ask yourself, what do I need right now? Then answer with kindness. Maybe the answer is water. Maybe it is rest. Maybe it is a boundary. Maybe it is a prayer. Maybe it is a gentle sentence. I'm doing the best I can. Then say, the power is here now. And let that be your anchor. Now, before we close, I want to return to something very important. You are not meant to do this perfectly. Presence is not a performance. It is a relationship. Some days you will feel very present. Other days you will feel like your mind is a wild horse. On those days, do not shame yourself. Shame pulls you away from now. Shame throws you back into the past and the future. Instead, meet yourself like a loving friend. You might say, of course you're overwhelmed. You've been carrying a lot. You might say, I'm here with you. And then one breath, one step, one moment. The power is here now. And now, dear one, let's come home to this moment together. Take a slow breath. Feel the chair beneath you or the floor beneath you. Let your shoulders soften. Let your face soften. And repeat gently inside your mind as if you are speaking to a dear child. I am here. I am safe enough in this moment. I choose love in this moment. I allow this moment to be enough. I am willing to begin again. And if you would like, whisper, the power is here now. Again, sweetheart, the power is here now. One more time, the power is here now. Now imagine your life as a river moving forward, not in a rush, not in fear, just flowing, turning at the bend when it arrives. You do not have to swim tomorrow's waters today. You do not have to carry yesterday's stones today. You can set them down. You can float for a moment. You can breathe. You can be. And as you practice this, as you return again and again, you may discover something you did not expect. The present moment becomes a home, not a prison. A home. A place where you meet yourself with tenderness. A place where you hear your inner wisdom, a place where you remember you have choices, a place where you feel life supporting you. So I leave you with this, gentle soul. You are worthy of peace. You are worthy of rest. You are worthy of being here. And whenever your mind wanders, because it will, simply take my hand in your imagination and let me remind you, come back, sweetheart. Come back to now, because the power is always in the present moment.